Welcome back to Python MC. In this section, we're going to visualize global variables. So what does that mean? A global variable we've used before. It's any variable you can access inside or outside a function. So we have this variable candy count. We use it inside this function called print candy. And you have candy count used on line 5 and on line 8. So you'll see that it has the same value, 200. Now, we're going to put in a new variable inside the function called candy count to show you the difference between a local variable and a global variable. A local variable you'll see is inside the function. It says total candy inside the function is 121. And that's because we have basically two variables with the same name. We have one that can only be accessed inside the function. And the candy count on line 2 can be accessed both inside or outside. So when you have two variables, one that's local inside a function, one that's global outside the function, that have the same name, they're going to treat it like two separate variables. If we get rid of it now, you can see candy count's 200 when I call it inside the function, and then when I call it again on line 9 outside the function. So what if we want to instead access that candy count variable and update it? So we want to, in this case, we want to create a new function using this global variable on line 2, candy count. And now we want to use this global keyword. And what that does is it tells Python that this variable, we can now both access it, we can read it, we can see what the value is, or we can also change it. So global candy count allows you to now update that variable candy count on line 2. So when we run this code, we're going to reduce candy count by the number of pieces. It's just an argument, that we're going to pass when we call it. So on line 11 it says take candy 3. It's just going to reduce the number of pieces. So in other words, it's going to reduce the variable candy count by 3. Because we use this global keyword on line 7, what that does is it allows us to then update that global variable on line 2, candy count. So it's just telling us we can both read it and we can update it. So now we see that it's reduced to 197 both inside the function and outside the function. That's it. We'll see you again on Python MC.